know that you're not good at something unless you're getting out there and doing it? How do you know? How do you know that you're not going to win unless you actually try to get out in the field and actually go for it? What's good, YouTube? It's your girl TP Tab back with another one. You got to get out in that field. I was watching one of Andre Diaz's vlogs, and he was just talking to one of his students, and he was telling them, you just don't know what you don't know. You got to actually get out there in that field, and you got to do it. You got to push them buttons. You got to make sense of everything. You got to actually try. And it even ties into my last message when I was telling y'all, you got to release yourself. You got to release yourself from that hold that you got on. You got to release yourself from that procrastination. You got to release yourself into the direction and into the things that you're trying to do. But you don't know what you don't know until you actually do it. We so stuck on wanting to get to the next level, wanting to do this, wanting to do that, and we get paralyzed in the wants. You can't be a wanter. You can't be a whiner. You got to be a winner. Do you understand? And to win, you got to actually get out there and do it. Like I tell y'all, show up and show out. Nothing's going to happen if you just sitting there constantly just thinking about it all the time. Sooner or later, you're going to have to get out in that field. Sooner or later, you're going to have to shoot them baskets. Sooner or later, you're going to have to squeeze that trigger. You just sitting there harping on it, dreaming about it, and manifesting. And yeah, all that stuff is good. All that stuff is dandy. All that stuff is nice. But you got to put you have to put the footwork behind it. How many times are you going to just sit there and just be like, man, I can't wait till this happens. When we get right here, it's going to be nice and lavish. But you just sitting there, kick back, just thinking about it. Oh, man, I can't wait. But what is the footwork that you putting in? Are you actually doing anything? Are you actually releasing yourself to do anything? Are you actually getting out in that field and doing something? Let me tell you, I heard a long time ago, who was talking? It was either ICT or it was in one of the Market Wizard books. I don't know. It was something. I know I heard this a lot. I wish I should have figured it out before I even said either one of them, because I want to be correct with the facts. But anyways, they was just talking about professional traders take more losses than a trader trying to get there. Let me break that down to you. I have taken more losses in this game than you have trades. I have taken more losses in this game than you have taken trades. Because why? Because I'm willing to step out there. I'm willing to get out there. I'm willing to actually push the button. I'm willing to see whatever happens. Instead of you sitting there being timid. And don't get me wrong, it was a point in time where I was very timid, where I didn't want to pull the trigger, where I was very hesitant with the things that I wanted to do and how I'm looking at how the market is moving and how price is actually getting on along. It's nerve-wracking. But I'm telling you right now, you have to do it. You just have to do it. If you are doing the things that you're supposed to, lining up with everything, why are you scared to pull the trigger? Why? And especially if that's the only thing that's keeping you back. And to be honest, it is what's keeping you back, because if you're not out there in the field diligently practicing and diligently doing the things that you're doing or that you're supposed to do, you won't learn from anything. And yeah, like I told y'all last week, I was on a demo account. Okay, but I've had plenty of accounts before then. But it's just like, at least I'm sitting there putting in the reps even on a demo. But to be very clear, it's not the same at all, because that's just in the Army. We had live shooting events, we had simulated shooting events, and we had the gun range. But when I tell you, they was all different. I would have to equate a demo account to a shooter simulation. It's not the same at all. It is not the same at all. When you laying down on that floor and you shooting at a screen with fake rounds with just a laser with the it's not the same. When you actually out there on the gun range, on the firing range, and you sitting there laying down in the position with feeling all the elements, you're outside, you got all your full battle rattle on, and you squeezing that trigger, and you hearing how loud that gun is, you smelling the gun smoke that's coming up off your gun, and you hearing that ding, you hearing that you hit the target. Completely different. Emotions are different. All the process is different. But baby, when you get into that live fight, even though it's still a simulated, attack, but you still have you got blanks, but you're still shooting that weapon, you still carrying it around, you still actively looking for the enemy. The enemy can take you and take you out the game, and then your battle buddies got to come try to find you, come try to save you. It is different levels to it all. But that simulation gets you ready for the firing range. That firing range gets you ready for the live practice, and it's just, it all lines up. But it's just like, baby, you don't know until you get out in that field. just how hectic things can really be. And you need to get in that field constantly, because it's just like, you don't know what can happen. Anything can come up. News can come and it can spike you up out of your trade, or it can gap to your stop loss, or it can gap to your TP, and you just like, wait a minute, whoa, what just happened? That good old president, y'all, can tweet something and it just, the market either completely stay still or it just run off. You got to see what session is best for you. You got to see which pair you like the most. It's just so many things that you actually got to get out there in that field and actually try to do. But yeah, you sitting there being timid. You're not wanting to take the trades. Yeah, you might be journaling and you might be looking at chart and watching price, but what are you doing to get you to that next level? What are you doing? Simulator, firing range, live practice. It's journaling, demo account, live account. You gonna have to, sooner or later, you're gonna have to step onto the other side and really be able to get in that field and feel your emotions, get in that field and really feel, okay, just how you feel whenever you place that button. Or is it going to be scary for you? Are you going to be hesitant? Are you going to have to micromanage your trade because you don't know how to manage your emotions? Are you going to sit there and bite your nails through it all because, oh man, what if I really don't know what I'm doing? You need to get in the field and feel all those emotions so you can overcome them. Like I said, if you do not learn from anything. What are we going to learn from? You can't learn from doing nothing. And people say, oh, you don't learn from your winners. You absolutely do. If you study your winners, you absolutely do learn from your winners. But baby, when I say that they say you learn 10 times more from your losses, you absolutely do. That's why I said I'm not afraid to take a trade. Yeah, it do be some times where I might be a little timid, but it's just like, oh, you got to shake that off. You got to bounce back, because I will be more upset at the fact that I was hesitant and afraid to push that button and to sit there and watch my trade do exactly what I wanted to do, and then just be like, bruh, it did exactly what I wanted to do. I was just being too scary. And why was I being too scary? I marked up the chart. I've been following. I done wrote down the news. Everything is lining up with everything. So why was I being so scary? It's no reason. If you take a trade and it's a loss, learn from it. And baby, I'm telling you, you should definitely try your best to learn from it, because you will constantly make the same mistake until it is burned into your brain, to your skull, that I gotta do better. I have to do better. I'm gonna keep showing up. I'm gonna keep getting out there in the field, and whatever happens, happens. But at the end of the day, I am learning from this experience. I am gathering the knowledge and the wisdom that I need to navigate in the right way, so I don't have to go through this foolishness again. And even if you do, okay, cool. I scraped my knee again. Let me go ahead and dust it off and get back up. Baby, it's a firefight for your life right now, and you better figure it out, because it's just so many things that will throw you off your path. And I'm trying to tell you, you need to, of course, I got to sprinkle a little God in there. You're going to have to sit there and talk with him and dwell with him and be like, God, why am I holding myself back? Why am I so timid? Why am I afraid to show up and show out? Why can't I do certain things? Ask him, and ask him to give you the determination. Ask him to give you the courage. Ask him to give you the wherewithal to do the things that you want to do so badly. You keep seeing that vision. You keep having these dreams. You just keep sitting there and meditating and manifesting. That stuff is trying to be handed to you, but it's not just going to drop in your lap if you're not doing nothing about it. If you're not fighting for it, why would it do that? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm a little turned up today. Honestly, I can sit here and talk to y'all for hours, but I know y'all not ready for that yet. So, I don't know. I might try to go ahead and crank out another. No, you know what? No, I'm not. Because if I sit here and crank out another video, it's going to get later and later and later, and I still need to go to the gym. That's all I got for y'all. Troops, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for coming by. Thank y'all for stopping by and watching. Thank you for everybody that just popped in on the channel, even if you was only here for a second. Hey, I really do hope that these last couple messages have been resonating with y'all. I really do. I really hope that it hit home in some kind of way. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to. You might as well. You keep coming back and you're not hitting the subscribe button. I don't know why. That's real player haterish of you if you're doing that. If you're not, hey, that's cool. If you already subscribed, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Let me know if you liked the video or not. Or tell me if you didn't like it. Your opinion matters. Shouldn't have made that face. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta go because I'm about to start rambling. I'm about to start getting goofy, and it's time to bid you a farewell. I can't even talk. It's time to bid you all a farewell for tonight. I almost messed that up again. Anyways, I hope that y'all have a blessed night, day, week, month, year. It's 2025. What a time. Ace, if you don't quit shaking my camera. 2025. What a time to be alive. What a time to thrive and strive for greatness, okay? I hope that y'all get in that field. Because you're not scared. What you scared for? You a troop, baby. It's giving 5-star general. Generals ain't scared. Troops ain't scared. We out here. We doing everything that we need to do for the people that we love. And hey, like I tell y'all, even if it's for yourself, you think it's for yourself because right now you might not have a little bit more to dig for it. But baby, I promise you, if you continue on this journey, you're going to realize it's not just for you. It's for everybody that's coming behind you. It's from everybody that's supposed to be blessed by you, from you, to bless others. But they can't do that if you don't get out in that field. It's your girl, TB Tab. I'm out.